Hi guys, my name is Michael. In this video, I want to show you how you can download Visual Studio, how you can check the type of version of Visual Studio you should download on your system. I'm going to tell you about the extension market in Visual Studio and show you how you can start coding in Visual Studio. So let's go right into it. Okay, right now I've opened my browser. I'm using a Chrome. So I've already typed it in my search box, Visual Studio. So I just need to click enter. So right now you can see Visual Studio Code for Mac, Linux and Windows. So I'm going for this, click on it. Okay, so now since I'm downloading for Windows, it says user installer 64-bit, 32-bit. Now we need to know which version is good for our system. So I'm going to I'm going to reduce the browser. Then I'm going to go to my PC. Can't see it here. If you can't see your PC on your desktop, come to your folder, your file explorer, with your folder right down here. Then look for it at the side here. Okay, so I've sent it already, my PC. So I'm going to click on it. Then left click, come over to properties. So right now I want to check the version of my system. So I come to system type. I can see 64-bit operating system. So I'm using 64-bit operating system. So which means if I want to download the Visual Studio, I should go for 64-bit. So I'm going to close this, then go back to my Chrome browser, open it and click install system installer 64-bit. So it says thank you for downloading VS Code for Windows. So right now it's downloading. So I'm just gonna pause this since I already have it downloaded on my system. It's very easy to install Visual Studio, just follow the instructions. And also you might want to click for a shortcut as when you're installing it. Doesn't take that long. So right now I'm gonna reduce this, then come to my Visual Studio, click on it. Okay, now immediately you're done installing Visual Studio, first thing first, you need to create a folder. So you come left click, then come to new, click, then create a folder. So I have a folder already created on my system right here, and I named it VS Code. VS Code, that's what I named it. In case if you want to name yours, you can either click on the folder once and you can see it becomes blue, so you can just click on delete on your keyboard and remove what is there. You can see it becomes like this. I can type in the name VS Code, then click outside it, or you could left click on the folder, then come down to rename, so that I can rename the folder. So once you're done creating a folder, we'll go to our VS Code. So this is how usually it looks when you are first download it. But what I did here was I just did an update. So I just updated the version I had on my system. So the last update was May 2020 version 1.57. So it has some new features there. To close it, I come up to this X, then click on it. So it gives me this. You can see, get started with Visual Code, learn fundamentals and more. You can either click here to create a new file, or you come to File and create a new file. So I'm gonna close this. You can clone a Git repository, you can open a folder, you can do a lot of things here. I'm gonna close this. So I'm going to import our folder that I created into VS Code. So I come over to File, click on Open Folder, then I look for it. Okay, VS Code, click on it. You can see the name appeared here, then select folder. So it's done already. So now I'm going to create a file, new file. So either you can click here for to create a new file, or you could just on your keyboard type Ctrl+N. That's just Ctrl then N if you want to create a new file. So I'm just gonna come here and click new file. So I have a new file. It says select a language to start typing, to dismiss, or Okay, so right now we want to save this file. We have to save it so that we'll save it in the language we want to start typing, we want to start program coding in. So click here, come to save, click on save. So we give it a name. You can give it any name, but I do advise you give it index for your first page you're creating. First page you're creating, call it index, or you can call it any other name you want. It says save as type, so we choose the type. We are coding with HTML. The type of file we are creating is an HTML file, so we click on HTML, then we click on save. So automatically you can see the icon, but this might not appear on your own because of I have some extension already loaded on my Visual Studio. So if you want to add extensions to your Visual Studio like live server, so that you're coding, you're seeing it happen immediately, or any other extension with Python, there's so many. So click on extension right here. You can see the icon. So once you click on it, these are some of the extensions I've added to my own Visual Studio. I do advise you try downloading Pretties. It's very nice. Pretties is a nice extension you can add to your Visual Studio. Then indent rainbow, yeah. Okay, then also let's go down. Okay, so right now let's show you can get live server on into your Visual Studio. Click search extension. You have to be connected to the internet to use this feature. To use the extension market, it's basically like Google Play Store, like on your phone. So this is like a store in the Visual Studio editor. So come to search and type in live server. Okay, but you have to be connected to the internet to use the extension. I mean to download it, because you're going to download it. So we're going to look for live server. Okay, so this is it right here, live server. You click on it. Once you click on it, it opens up here in the main page. I've already installed it on my system, so you can see it says uninstall, but I already installed it. You have to enable it also, because I've enabled it. It's now changed to disable. So if you have not enabled it, you see that enable. So this site will look. You're going to open your browser and you're going to open your editor. You can do it side by side, so as you're coding you can see what you're doing. Okay, so let's go back to the Explorer up here. Click it. I'm going to close this. So to start coding, there are a lot of things you need to first type before you start, but there's a shortcut for it in Visual Studio. Press Shift and the exclamation mark. Once you press Shift and the exclamation mark, click on this. It's a meta abbreviation. So it helps you to fill in the basic. Anytime you want to start coding a website, you need this. This is very important. So that's like a shortcut to automatically help you out. So this is the body right here. This is where all the text, images, everything that shows in a website will be. This is where your metadata, like title of your website. So let me show you how it works. So I'm going to reduce this, then go back to our folder. So you can see our folder now has the file inside it called index. So we click on it. So it's opening up in my browser. You can see it's plain. If you look up here, we have the name of this site called document. To change it, go into your Visual Studio and you can see it says title. In the title, in between it, we have document. This is an element, or you can also call it a tag, HTML tag. So I'm deleting that document. I'm going to put my name there, Mike. So I'm going to go back to my browser, then refresh. You can see Mike. See, it now appears here. Then also we want to put something. If you want to type, you want something to show in the browser, you come into the body and we're going to use the paragraph tag, which is this opening greater than, then type in P, then less than symbol. Automatically the Visual Studio fills complete it. So you can see I have two. So in between it is where I'm going to type in my text, in between the two tags. So I'm going to type in hello world. You should try this out. Hello. Okay, got it wrong. Hello world. So that's it. Then I'm going to go back to my browser again. Just go back and forth. then refresh. You can see we have it here, hello world. So most of the things you're going to type are going to appear right here at this end. But later on, when you're using CSS, you can use it to position it and add some little design to it. So that is the basic, and that's where I'm going to stop for today. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe, like, and comment. See you guys later. Bye.